Oh yeah, the other video we was gonna go over. Yeah, I'm gonna do that one real quick before anybody get on here being funny and shit. Cause bitch ass nigga. What's her name? Maybe I can't remember her name. Not yet. Let me see. I gotta work on this. Excuse me. Alright. Put it in the kitchen. Put it up. Put it up. Put it in the kitchen. Put it up. Put it there. Y'all better get y'all healthy food on. This nigga trying to kill us. It's not funny. This is shit. This is some fucked up shit. And motherfuckers got the audacity, have the pussy balls to be angry, mad, and trifling. For what? Jealous for what? Ooh, 333. As I look at the clock, money, body, mind, and soul. Money? That's crazy. That's insane. Hmm. Where is the video? Where is the video? Oh, where is the video? Where is the... Was it Monday? I think it was Monday. I lost a day last week. I know that much. And it's just not my blood. Oh. I can't help it. Channel messages. It's natural. It just comes out, Okay, this is Monday. Oh, there it goes. Oh, yeah. He toxic shit too. If y'all don't know nothing about me, just know I really don't like toxic shit. I don't like to entertain it. Her name is Real Kaya. Kaya? I think her name is Real Kaya. REALKIYA. Hey, everybody. What the hell? Why you delete the message? I was about to give you a shout out, but can you give you a shout out now? I'm just now coming live today. I was supposed to go live last night, but I had to charge my phone. And I said, well, if my phone charged before I pass out, I'm going to come on live. If it don't, then I'll see y'all. When I see y'all, y'all know that was the next day, okay? Hi, how's everybody doing? I'm going to put y'all on my post note, okay? Matter of fact, I'm going to start doing it for the people that stay the whole live. Like, share, subscribe, y'all. How y'all doing? Let me know how y'all doing. Not where you at. Not none of your business. Just how you doing. Don't send me fine, okay, and you not fine or okay. Y'all can let me know. Just a little bit. You ain't gotta be a lot, or you don't have to be nothing at all. What you feel comfortable with. Okay, well, you seeing me now. Hi. What's up, Daniel Nose? What's up, Daniel Nose? You from Scotland? What? Shout out to Scotland. That's what's up. Shout out to Scotland. What y'all doing in Scotland? How is the weather? How's the weather? What's up? We're gonna go. You said bad. The weather is bad. What you mean bad? What is it like? Is it cold? It must be cold. We're gonna over the video I said we were going to go over, which is the real Kaya. This young lady right here. She be having some good information. Rain, damn. Well, we like the rain long as it's not flooding. We like the rain. It cleanses and it heals and it's calming. But it is, when it's destructive, that's a whole nother thing. Get out the way, please. Don't get in the way. Do he? Oh, his mama from there, ain't she? He don't. That boy don't. He don't like nothing but him. Where he feel like the rain is shining. I mean, the sun is shining. The rain is shining. Where he feel like the sun is shining, that's what he like. He's selfish. Very selfish individual. That man don't even like his own mama for real. He has childhood trauma, unfortunately. Well, I mean, like hell, the rest of us do too. But we really don't go around trying to purposely project it on everybody. We're learning, growing, healing, and evolving. Right? As we all should be. What's up, Leon? Oh, I thought he said rain, damn. You said damn. What do you mean? What do I mean? There's videos on it. If you were referring to dump truck, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I'm over here in the United States. Y'all want to see my drink? Oh. Can y'all see? Hold on. Y'all see that? It's shimmery, 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 shimmery. Made me a nice little shimmery drink. I think this is my second one for this week, or my first one from last week. Oh, it's not as cold as it was. I need to put it back. It says, do you like Scotland? I've never been to Scotland to know if I like it or not. I know there's racist people there, like there's racist people here. And as the rest of the world is just now finding out, there's melanated people there. They didn't want us all to connect. It's okay. They're doing more to divide us now. This is the problem. It's very sad. What do I mean? You gotta explain what do I mean, Leon. Okay. So I said I was gonna do it at the end. I'm so used to doing it at the beginning. It's my first couple of times doing post notifications. Shout outs go to do I like Scotland? You said no something. And there's a lot you say in that particular area there's a lot of racism over there? What do you do for a living? I mind my business for a living, honestly. But, we have people that don't tend to know how to mind theirs, which is how enslavement pretty much happened. Oh, you need to go? Oh, yeah? Okay. Okay, it is in that area. That's good to know. Thank you for tapping in. Appreciate you tapping in from Scotland. We like to communicate with people all over the world. I find it very interesting. I think it's a good thing. I know it's a good thing because then we know what's going over there. Y'all know what's going over here right now. The genocide. Add a Q&A sticker. Anyone? It says many few. What? Wait, you did that? You can ask me a question if you need to. Thank y'all for the like, shares, and subscribes. Thank y'all so much. Y'all so fucking awesome. This is my Nico. Yeah. Okay. Case, it is very late. Is it late over there? What time is it over there? You can give me a roundabout time, not the exact time, please. Don't tell your business. I tell anybody that comes to my page that, especially the children, y'all never show what's in your background, no addresses, no numbers, no location, not even the damn state. Not even for adults, because these people out here crazy for real. They tracking people down and having their house swatted, which is when they have the SWAT team show up to your house, or they come to do some unaliving, unforgiving things. So we all got to be safe no matter how old we are. Y'all understand that. And no matter what you got, teach our children better than what we was taught. Thank you. Yeah. It is very late. It's very late, Scotland. Okay. Dang, it's late over there. I don't know. I ain't never checked the timeline in Scotland. I don't know. I ain't never did it. I've done a little bit of research, but not too much. Yeah, my wash day was yesterday. My hair is back. Slanging. And I don't want to straighten it out. So let's listen to this video and see what they got to say. And this goes with a lot of people that saying they are bored. It's okay. You're not just so much bored. You are tired of the mundane and you want to figure out what you need to do as far as your healing and, our future generations healing, ultimately. You back already? You didn't go nowhere for very long.
I've been saying that it feels like y'all remember the last video, right? So there's a theory going around that Americans are experiencing zoochosis.
Zoochosis.
So bored right now. Like, I am so bored with everything. People have been saying that it feels like the world that we once knew just vanished. Everything just feels different. As you can see, the zoochosis theory is running around right now. And now people are realizing that the artificial environment, the matrix,
that's what's up. Thank you for coming back.
To cause a veil over their eyes is becoming thinner, and they're feeling no feelings towards the old world. And now people are talking like this. Nobody talks about waking up in the matrix and then still having to deal and live inside the matrix while believing and knowing that all of it is fake. How do y'all deal with waking up knowing that all of this is fake? This is a game, but still have to participate in the game. Why the human brain and like that have mechanisms to put in place to protect you from shock and shit like that? Because this is not normal. This is not normal, y'all. Like, this is no way to live, and I don't think as a people, I gotta hit y'all with the politician here. As a people, as a human, I don't think we could continue to live like this. Like, the mass levels of psychosis. So now that you see that different people are asking, if you know that you are in a matrix, if you know that you are in a simulation that's created from what has been programmed into your being and the frequency of this planet, and you're still required to participate, how do you play the game? How do you turn the captivity into conscious mastery? Because as you can see, there's been an energetic domestication where our organic, humanly, multidimensional consciousness has been slowly redirected into artificial control system. Now, I've done my best to put together a simplification of how you can rewire all of this stuff. Because every time Neo and all the others had to go back into the Matrix, they didn't lose themselves. They stayed grounded in who they are, and they found more of who they are. And this is just the Earth game. Okay, imagine other places. Let's get into it.
Oh, I did pause. Okay. So this is like a 30-something minute long video. So I don't think we're gonna watch the whole video. We're gonna watch at least probably half. I don't know. We'll see. But during my awakening, I felt like the same way. I feel like, well, shit, if I'm a cartoon character living this everyday life, I don't care about wearing the same clothes every fucking day. Then it won't matter though, right? If I, that's why they show us in cartoons that they literally wear the same outfit every day. It's the programming, it's the system. And a lot of people are sick and tired of it. A lot of people are becoming aware of it. And they have zoochosis. It's like they feel like they're bored out of their mind. Like, what's the point in doing this, right? But it's not so much doing it, it's like the cheat codes, right? The cheat codes are healing. That's the trick. And not a lot of people want to heal. A lot of people are unaware of how to start the healing process, or how the healing process starts. Ultimately starts with your childhood trauma, right? So that's what it is, what we are working on in generational curses. What generational curses? How can we balance out and make things fair for everyone, and it not be like a hierarchy to where it's not family orientated, it's not fair for the whole group, you know what I mean? But there is order, and there's a just system, and it works, and it's forever changing and growing because of people that are forever changing and growing. But these old folk, I'm telling y'all, it's very sad to say this, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. Either they don't know what the fuck they're doing. I can say for a lot of our younger generation, our parents don't know what the hell is going on. They're unaware of how to change, how to even get in the swing of trying to, or looking for answers, trying to figure it out, right? Because they're so stuck in the generational curse of what the enslavers did and how they set things up, is to listen to them and they'll be okay. We're right. We know what's best for you. You don't know what's best for you is the problem. What's best for everyone is their healing. What's best for everyone is what is fair and just. That's what's fair for everyone. So how we notice in what's unjustifiable is because it's not fair. It's not fair for family members to gang up on anyone said person, especially the black sheep of the family, that sent to wake their ass up, that they chose them ultimately on a soul level. They asked for that child, that person, to come into their life to be a guiding light to them. But the guiding light has to understand, the guiding light has to understand that they are the guiding light. And a lot of times in how we were brought up, we think if it's the cuffs, that's how we gonna have to get our get back. KD is my name. So they think if fisticuffs is our get back. No, it's not. Our get back is okay, so our get back is the healing. To really go into hermit mode, to really heal ourselves. This is why, and y'all go watch Jess from Bahati Light Tribe. I believe I put her link in one of the shorts that I just put up. How she's talking about Uranus and Pluto and Gemini retrograde coming up in these different planetary alignments, and how they're going to be playing out until 2046. So we're literally setting everything up for future generations. That's why this old system is playing out the way that it is in 2025 to, whoa, excuse me. Y'all, excuse me. I just like ate about an hour ago. Huh? What the fuck? Whatever. So, anyways. Oh, hold on, y'all. The loneliest number is the number one. I just thought about that in a different way. What? Done. Oh, wait. You start kidding. Okay, so anyways. So this is why we're seeing the old system break down the way that it is in 2025. Oh, because it's the year 8. It's the year 8. 8, 9, and this should be the year 10, 2025. 25, 17, 18, 9. So it's 9. We just came out of the infinite, right? The year before. Now 9 is the level of pretty much getting to the level of completion. 10 is the completion. So coming into the year, being in the year of coming into completion to 10 as a new world, 1, 0, that's a new world. The feminine energy being the 0, the masculine energy being the 1. The loneliest number is number 1 because, I don't know, it's the wounded warrior. It's constantly traveling and moving into new dimensions. It's kind of like moving somewhere and you don't know where you're moving to. It's existing in a space before you get there. So you're creating as you go along. This is why we're seeing these old systems fall away and new things have to be coming into place in order to support the new generations that are to come. Because the old systems are not working, obviously. It is faulty. It's been built off of a false foundation. Number 4, that false foundation is corrupt, asinine. What do they call them things? The oligarchs. Yeah, them oligarchy people. No bueno. No fucking bueno. They got to go. So anybody else in that same mentality, your ass got to go too. Okay? That goes for anybody bullying people trying to get through their temporary struggle. No matter what they did, no matter what they go through, they better hope that they're making the right decision after this 4th. And for the people that pick on those people, like me, you feel me? They be getting their instant karma. I'm not being bragging, boastful, but it's real. It's a real serious thing. It's real serious work, okay? It's real serious work that I do on my healing journey, and it's real. It comes with a level of protection. It may not feel like it at some times, but it does. It comes with a level of protection, and it's just a real thing, you know? Spiritual law is the law, period. So, moving on from this forward, we're making space. Hello, what's up, Robin? Shout out goes to you. What's up? How are you? Thanks for tapping in. So, these people don't they just don't want to change. They know what they're doing, they don't want to change, but a lot have that mentality of I will do anything for money. I will step on anybody, I will shit on anybody for money. That's the problem. Y'all go watch Along with the Gods. Go watch that movie. I got that in both the movie night playlist for a reason. It is in Chinese, but let me tell you, take your time and go through the whole movie. You will love it because of the spirituality that goes with it. It teaches you a lot along the way and why certain things are playing out and how they happen in real life form and why they happen in real life form. The different levels of maturity and healing, being a teacher as well as a student of what we go through here. So, as it may be, our future generations need to have something better to look forward to, other than Project Blue Book predictions, because that shit is very much true. And I am like, Jesus, please hurry up. Well, I'm calling on my higher self, please, please. Everybody just go to your higher self. Just do the healing. Please, y'all. We got to do the healing work because these people, they are unhealed. They do not mean us any well-being. They mean us all the fucking, what do you call that shit? The eradication of the human race. That's ultimately what they're trying to do. Okay? And it's not cool. They're doing it in the most passive aggressive ways that they could possibly do it, and in the ways that we can see that they're actually doing it. I don't watch the news on a regular, but I just so happen to tap into somebody here and there that watches it continuously, and yeah, it don't it's not good because this person is into eradicating the human species, period. It doesn't matter what fucking color you are. They don't care. The oligarchy care about the oligarchy. Either you're gonna be with them or you not. And I'd rather be not with them than with their ass. And I don't give a damn on what level that is. They can kiss my ass. Y'all see that? So we gotta do better. We gotta do better. We gotta do better. We gotta do better. We learn better, you do better. These people, they and let me tell y'all, the subject with Putin and Dunchuk is a sensitive one, but some fucking how, with what Putin has exposed, like that's crazy. Him acknowledging that, you know, the originators of this earth are black and how they really don't want to say black feminists, melanated feminists. I hate saying black because black is a color. We ain't black. Copper tone, right? Or the originators of this earth. I'm telling you, we gonna get to this. Because this.
I don't know. I think it's starting to feel like we're living in a matrix. Every day is almost the same. We all share almost the same experiences at some point in our lives. Doesn't matter the age. We all experience something that's similar. I do think we're in a matrix right now. It's just a repeat. Everything just gets repeated every day. Coming to bed, honey? Coming to bed, honey?
just like, is it better to, be asleep and not realize the world that we're living in? Like, not realizing that we live in a matrix? Because now that I'm awake, I feel so lonely. Like, I feel so lonely. Also feel crazy because it's like you question everything. You can't trust the media. You can't trust politicians. You can't trust anything. Like, everything you think is true and everything you've been conditioned to believe that. You can't connect with people the same way anymore. You don't look at life the same way anymore because you're just like, what is the point of living this life when we're just slaves to this system. We are just slaves. They don't care about us. The high-ups don't care about us. You guys have watched Squid Game and you see how the rich are just laughing at the people who are participating in the games. That's exactly our world. Literally exactly our world. And even when you do wake up and you try and wake other people, they just look at you like you're just a conspiracy theorist. That's just it. And that's what they do all the time. But have you guys not seen that? A lot of the things they claim to be conspiracy theories, they're actually real. Like, it's true. Like, for example, back in 2012, 2013 times, they said our phones were being listened to. Well, we actively know that our phones are being listened to. That's not a lie. But it's just crazy. Like, I feel crazy. I feel alone. I feel like there's just no point because I'm a slave to the system. And
the Roosted on Sofa sale is go.
What I'm really starting to think is, like, Africa, they did something to Africa. They did something to all of the countries, right? But they went and did something for real, like in Africa, to where that's where the shit started from. Like, it really kicked off over there and it came over here. Now, exactly what that is, you had to start in the deserts. You feel me? Like, that's where they really eradicated and warred over there. They had war, right? But we still all trying to remember and figure it out as to exactly down to the T of what happened, because we know a lot of the majority and remember a lot of the majority of what happened, but we know there was a betrayal. There was some sneaking and conniving, shit to go on that still goes on to this day, obviously, and it has to do with the system that was created in order to take over and in order to, hold on, in order to enslave the minds of people, for real, for real. And I like what Mama T said, like, there's two different types of females. And the only way that I can really say there's a form of me speaking about that, and there's two different types of females, right? There's ones that can give birth, there's ones that have given birth, and there's one that haven't. And the one that has had a birth, and birthed a child, they have different hormones from the ones that have not. The ones that have not, yeah, they're still a feminine energy, but there's something about them, and that's the closest probably that I can even fathom and imagine the two different type of females, that they're just mean as fuck, or they just have boys. There's something in their survival that makes them have boys and not girls. Like, there's something in that type of DNA, in that type of feeling, like the spiritual. Well, what was pretty much she was saying, of what I got out of what I did listen to, is that two type of feminine energies, and in the integration of the masculine and the feminine, if not done on the soul level, like, if you're not connected to your higher soul and they're not connected to their higher soul, and y'all higher souls then come connected, that is the symbolism to me of what God is. Your oversouls becoming one. y'all being together in the physical, but getting to know each other and connecting on a soul level is the a biggest form of self mastery and unity. It's almost like that's what I was thinking about just now. That's why I started laughing. Go 10 and Gohan. They go and do the little finger touching 35, 35 as I said that. Do I hit enter or what? Like it's just posted up there. I don't know. I can't see it. Wait, maybe I can go see it from the inside. But that's like one of the higher forms of self mastery. That's that I almost said submergence of energies. But it's like garnet, like garnet, ruby and sapphire fused together. That's from Steven Universe. They fused together and they became a balanced gem. They were harmonious together. They were in a high vibration together. But when they're not in a high vibration together and they're feuding with each other, they fall apart. They literally fall apart until they get into a more harmonious vibration, and then they can come together and be at peace, and that's when they're at their pretty much their most happiest. But that is also another depiction and another form of being in tune and connected to your higher self. So that's the best way I can see it and I could describe it is having a birth of yourself and having you and your other significant other both having a birth of yourselves and connected into your higher selves. That's the best way I can really describe it, and I can see it happening and being in that way. Now, where the separation occurred or whatever, whatnot, I have no idea. I have no freaking clue. Well, it pretty much with their stories, right? That would be, and what I got out of what she said too, like these high vibrational women that went to go tell the women and men that were entrapped, right? That they were naked and they should eat from the tree of life because it's going to give them a certain intelligence and be aware of such things that are going on, that are happening, and be aware of their surroundings in their higher conscious as well. Why not? Being connected to their third eye, their oversoul. Oh, that needs to go back in the freezer. But also, there's supposed to be a joining of these feline species and these reptilian species. There was a peace treaty made, and these reptilian species are ruling, trying to keep us suppressed right now. I don't want to say ruling over, but trying to rule over and trying to keep us suppressed right now from getting to our oversouls, I believe, as a whole period, as individuals, so that they can definitely feed off of our energy and keep us separate. Because what they don't want us to do is, first of all, integrate with ourselves. Integrate means my meaning of coming into your higher self, becoming aware of yourself, right? looking inward and not externally for validation, support, love, and things like that that we have been taught to externalize. These things are all lying within us, and um, what lies within us supports us. So if our like immune system is suppressed and depressed and all of these lower vibrational things, um, how can we raise to a higher vibration? It's that suppression of keeping us in a lower vibration that is really messing us up. And until you fight through that and you become aware of it, is that is when you realize that, oh my God, this that really felt like crap. I really feel like crap right now, and I could have been feeling like this. So don't fall for the trick of, y'all don't mind my lip, because when I go to sleep, I be asleep. And for my lips to have to go through the healing process, our lips has been going through the blues with that cayenne pepper. That cayenne pepper. Yeah. But yeah, it just reminded me like of Monsters Inc. How he wouldn't choke Sully out because he was a good scarer and he was, higher and he could shape shit. Like, what's the other little lizard looking one? I forgot what his name. But he was choking Sully out and stuff because he wanted to kidnap children. Oh, here we go back to that the kidnapping the children and scaring the shit out of them and feeding off their energy. Well, ultimately, too, we're all like children because we're unaware, right? Being stuck in that survival mode. That's why that is so important. That's why that's been coming up. Red, orange creating out of the energy. So you don't get to your soul star. Like, those lower four chakras. This is why like a lot of babies don't want to come into this realm right now. They want to definitely go to families that are going to be more valid in non-suppression, right? And fight for and be aware of and can protect them from such things, so they don't have to come in and be tormented. That's why a lot of, you know, souls choose to come as just really souls and not be into existence on this realm. So we call spirit babies, souls. You know, some of them, a lot of them are good that don't want to come here, but the ones that do want to fight their way and force their way through are the bad ones. So ultimately, you have to get in touch with your higher self to tap into the energies that are here to support you. Um, and it's a fight simply because of how the system was set up for us to believe in or not to believe in, or what we just don't want to acknowledge because we realize how trifling and how ghetto the world is, and you just want to shut everything out. Trust me, sometimes I get like that too. I understand it. It is what it is. I just, like I tell y'all, I be going through the fucking shit, yo. 4422. I be going through the shit in the background, and I still be coming up here with a smile on my fucking face. Like, ain't shit going on until I just, like, I tell y'all, hey, this is what's happening. This is what happened. This is what was going on back then. Somebody is crying. Oh my God, I hope y'all feel better. 444. As I said that on the clock. I hope somebody feel better. It's okay. The feeling's only temporary, honey. So I be going through shit, and it's like going through the motions. Look at it like this: you're a teacher as well as a student, right? Once you become aware of yourself and your higher self and how you're divinely guided and supported, your help, you're here to help those lost souls in those bodies onto their higher selves. It's irritating to have this human experience at times, but it is what it is. We are teachers as well as students. They will teach us something no matter the experience, and they will learn something. They will have something to reflect on. And God is like, yeah, that is right. I just got a confirmation. The ear was ringing. So, it's irritating, but at the end of the day, you know, it's your intentions. And my intentions for people are very well. Even though they may irritate my soul sometimes. A lot of time my face cannot hide it. My face cannot hide it, and I be fucking hot. I be I be hot as grapeseed oil grease, boy. I'm telling you, that hot, sticky to your skin, burning you up, sizzling with no third degree burn, but you feel it. That type of hot. And it just, but the ignorance that we have to deal with, that we had to go through ourselves because we didn't know, because that's how we were taught up until we teach ourselves. You literally have to forget everything that you have learned and open your mind to every possibility out there, because they're more than possibilities. You come to find out this shit is real. This shit is actually real, and they're putting it as if it is a fairy tale. So let's see what happens from here, okay? Let's watch. Well, let's listen, right? Because we can't so much watch.
System, and there's no way for me to break out of it. I mean, I see people talking about, break away from the matrix, but when you have, what do you do? That's the actual question. What do you do?
You're not a slave. You're not a person that is stuck
What do you
in
do?
it.
I just
You
explained.
didn't wake up just to be stuck. You may use the analogy that you're awake during surgery, but you are actively conscious in the illusion that you've been living in. And now, everything that you've been seeing, everything that's led you here, has brought your consciousness level to the point where you are ready to move forward. And if you desire it, that means it exists.
And let me tell y'all, I've been wearing my hair like this. And you know how they say when you wear your hair like this, when you wear your hair like this, you pick up more information. When I tell you, you talking about on fire? My ass be on fucking fire. Fire. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? I'm like, oh. I'm not tying my hair down. It's not restricted. It's free flowing and the energy is going. So you got to remember, throughout the spiritual awakening, which is one of the first things I meant to go over, doing the spiritual awakening in the beginning, you want to wear black. You want to wear black. You want to wear black somewhere, black nails, black toenails, whatever. Black. Black is Good for protection. Jesus. Black is good for protection, especially in their spirituality. They oh, it's golf. It's golf. Fuck. Don't care what they say. It is. It doesn't matter. It's protection. Black, purple, whatever. Blurple. I don't care. Mostly black. Oh, hit the back. One more time. Excuse me. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button, please. Thank you.
They started training us early to get stuck in this matrix. And what I mean by that, have you noticed the toy sets? The girls, we get kitchen sets, doll babies to learn how to be stay-at-home moms. And the boys, they get fire trucks, police cars, and G.I. Joe.
And why is that? Because the feminine energy is chaos energy. It is wild, it is free, it is creative energy. The arts, free will energy. God gave you free will. God gave you free will. So, God gave you free will. Who is anybody else to take your fucking free will? Who is anybody else to tell you what your mission is? Jesus. And when I said, when you fighting this law system, oh, you gonna have to light you some candles. You gonna have to burn you some sage. You gonna have to write you down some praise. You gonna have to write you down some releases. You understand? You don't have to, because they're using spiritual magic against you. You don't need to fight back with more than your words in the unforeseen.
To let them know they're going to have to go out into the matrix and work. And then they start training us with our time. When we get old enough, we start pre-K or kindergarten all the way up through grade 12. That's training as well to stay on a job between 40 and 60 hours a week. And once we get that job, we become very competitive. And the reason why is because everybody is competing for more pay, and that brings strife in the work environment. Once we get the job that we want, then we go look at buying a vehicle. And sometimes most of us get vehicles that are out of our price range, but we can afford it, but we're not able to save any money because most of our check is either going on that car, and the second thing is a house. When we get that job, we want to go buy a nice house. And sometimes we go over the amount in the pre-qualification letter, and we get a whole lot of house where the mortgage is a large amount, and then we can't save any money that way. So it keeps us in a loop. We're forced to go to work because we have a house and we have a car. And another way they keep us trapped as slaves in this matrix is to bring more slaves into the world. They tell you, oh, when you gotta have that first baby. And you have that first baby. Oh, when are you going to have that baby, a little brother or little sister? Those are all traps designed to keep us in this matrix without using our critical thinking.
Oh, and when she said that, let me tell you the download that I got. So if we are to move out of existence and we stop having babies for these motherfuckers, and you move into your higher self and you move in the spiritual realm and you get into your healing, and we stop having baby for them, they gonna be stuck in this motherfucker by themselves. Let me tell you how God works. Let me tell you how God works. They gonna be stuck in this motherfucker by themselves. Cause guess what? By the time that our generation stop having babies for these motherfuckers, they gonna be stuck in this motherfucker by themselves. And we gonna be souls. What is souls? Fire. Fire and air. karma don't stop. So I don't see a problem once we get out of the fear and the knowing of who we are and our power. I don't have no fear in not having a child. Because like I said, if they release me from this vessel, if they release me from this vessel for exposing this information, good luck. Good luck. Because I promise you, they gonna understand. They already know and understand. They see the illusion of fear of disembodiment is a thing. But can't nothing move without God's permission. They understand, but don't need to be said. But understand what I'm stating is facts. If they no longer have their slaves, what the fuck is there for them to do? If they weren't peaceful before, they won't be peaceful then.
So we can't think our way out of this matrix. Everything is set up as part of the design. So once they get us trapped in the matrix, we're living on a daily routine, and we're thinking that it's normal. We're going about our day. Everything's okay. It's tight, but we're making it. The kids are getting fed. We're driving to work, coming home. But then they tighten the grip. And you know how they tighten the grip? With inflation. And inflation is causing people to crash out, lose their mind, because those kids that the Matrix talked them into having, it's getting harder to feed them, especially during summertime. That car and that car insurance, you're rethinking that car and probably want to get a cash car. And that all that house you got, that beautiful house, you're rethinking that house and wanting to sell it or either downgrade or go stand on it.
That's why people hit the like button. Hit that damn like button. That's why people, they think, they be like, oh, you crazy. You don't got no car and shit. No, I'm not feeding the fucking Matrix. Them bitches gonna have to starve. I've been starving they motherfucking ass out and they still trying to feed off of me. Y'all have no idea. If y'all understand the story of what's going on with me right now, y'all will understand how they are and why they are. And understand, I'm gonna give them the business. Because there ain't no way.
Apartment. So it's tightening its grip. And that way we become depressed, angry, sad, full of anger. And then it shows up with road rage and domestic violence.
Now this next one is a microcosm because she's.
And what's funny is I don't have road rage. My horn literally stopped working. I couldn't use my horn, so it just like that just brought me down to more calmness instead of enhancing. It's like, think about the signs that God give you. God give me signs to give y'all signs. So this is how you need to operate before the horn start working, before you don't have a horn to honk. And that can mean various different ways. Archangel Michael is blowing the horn. Understanding what don't need to be said. And there's a lot going on with this blue energy. Not only in Uranus, but in communication, the throat chakra. There's a lot in Pluto, in death, in rebirth. I believe that's a death and rebirth in the lower realms. Oh, because the old world is passing away. So that makes sense too. And moving into the newer realms. A higher level of consciousness. Oh. Atreyu, say my name. You know my name, Atreyu. Atreyu. He Atray him. He Atray you. Betray you. Stop betraying you. See, they don't want you to know you, your higher self. That's why he could still hear her in his consciousness, even though he couldn't see her. He was like, I don't know your name. He had to give her a name. Get the story, the never ending story. Get it, understand it, watch it.
Talking about a relationship, but think about this in a connection to the matrix, in a connection to the master, this reality, in connection to capitalism.
Y'all, they're with us not because they love us, but because they see the love inside of us and they want to corrupt that love and they want to humble us. So once we get in a relationship with them, they start pushing our boundaries. They start causing arguments almost on a daily basis, trying to make us feel bad. In actuality, they want us to fight back because they're feeding off that energy on a lower level by us fighting back.
Energy harvesting. When you see things happen that's built to insinuate race war.
Yeah, they want us to fight within each other, within ourselves, amongst each other. It's a distraction. Don't entertain the distraction. Sometimes it can be hard, but then sometimes you just have to call it out for what it is. A slave mind mentality. A type of mentality that will, you know what I'm saying, have you in constant strife, not only just with yourself, but with others. And when you're in strife and constant conflict with others, that make it a distraction even more so for you, because you're not even focusing on you. And my counselor asked me, she said, damn. She said she had to say it out her fucking mouth. She said, everywhere you go, there is somebody always fucking with you. There is. I'm telling y'all. And I'll say, yeah. I said, but I take it as a lesson. I keep it pushing. I just know I have to reflect on, what they're projecting on me. Give my lessons and my blessing out of it, but at the same time, don't give them the energy that they're looking for. Is the whole bit of it all.
Or political irritations, Trump, the government, when you understand that things are set in place to keep your energy in the same vortex as the box you've been in. They want to create a relationship where they want your energy. They want you to keep working. They want you to keep having babies. They want you to keep doing everything possible to stay with them. Be in their matrix, be in their society, be in their realm.
Make us feel bad. In actuality, they want us to fight back because they're feeding off that energy on a lower level by us fighting back. So
speaking of fighting back, they wanted to hit who they feel is lesser than them with their food stamps. Don't fall for it because they're pushing for martial law. Don't go stealing, robbing, plundering, and pillaging. Don't do that. Don't give them the action in which they are looking for they can make the excuse of pushing this upon everyone and saying, see, this is the reason why. Don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't tell them. Don't tell them. You ain't even gotta. Don't tell them. Don't tell them. Don't do it. Change your lifestyle, change your diet, change your way of thinking, look at it from a different perspective. Big Hero Baymax just came into my mind when Tekashi took his little brother, and hung him and had his legs right here. He had him hanging backwards from his back. He was like, look at it from a different perspective. And he was like, this, I did a reading like that. Yeah, I remember that a couple of years ago. Look at it from a different perspective. We create things for the good and they create them for the bad. And then they create things to use it against us. Don't give them the reaction that they're looking for. And that's exactly what I do. I reflect on them. Pills and potions, we're all frozen. Instead, I still love you. Oh, pills and potions. Oh, it doesn't. I'm angry, but I still love you. I still love, I still love, I still love, I still love, I still love. I still love, I still love, I still love, I still love, I still love. I just reflect on, yeah. So, and see that being, I feel like sometimes it's a good thing and sometimes it's a bad thing. But putting that energy out there of love, even though somebody hates you and they don't want the best for you, is it's your intentions, right? Even though these people, these places, and these things hate me and they hate others, I'm gonna call them out by name, expose them, yes, for sure. At the same time, healing my woundages and exposing my woundages so they have nothing to fucking hold on to me with. They don't got shit to embarrass me with or nothing. Nobody. Everybody will know that. And whoever just run with it, it is what it is. They still talking about Jesus right now to what? For what? But they truly don't know what Jesus is within them. So still love and loving is like, what is it for? But it's a kind of like the grudge. What is the grudge for? What is the turmoil for? What is the rage for? And a lot of it is jealousy. They're not able to birth those feelings, but they are. Is just they're vibrating at a lower frequency, and when they can get to the higher frequency is the thing. They don't got to eat nobody, feed off of anybody's energy. They don't have to do none of that. So only because they've been traditionally doing it for so long, this is what they know to do, right? So it's a way of transitioning and changing. That's why you'll see, like in the book of Gilgamesh holding a lion, which is really a lioness, because what they wanted to domesticate the feminine energy. They wanted to rule over and domesticate the feminine energy because what the feminine energy represents freedom, the free will, chaotic energy, the art, the creativity, the free flow and movement of. And I want to say shout out to Krishan, yo. That is a fucked up position to have to be in, and understand that the things that y'all was subjected to, and I can relate to her simply because she gave me a realization. Like, the sibling I grew up with will never love me. She will never forgive me. She hates that I exposed her. But ultimately, she ended up exposing herself, and she has to face that with or without me being around. It's already been exposed. It's like, it's like, think of it as an energetic demon, right? Having power over you. That boy energy from that. There's something in connection because they both have boys too, born out of survival. Yeah, that makes sense too. Why? So she hates. She had that fake love. Like, as long as you kiss my ass, we can be cool. And we just not cool. Because I ain't gonna kiss your ass. I don't care who it is. I'm not gonna kiss your ass. But and I don't expect you to kiss mine. But respect is granted. It is necessary. Hit that like button. Thank you. Please, thank you. So, respect is granted. Respect is necessary. And that's where it is with me. You don't have to kiss my ass. I don't have to kiss yours. It's free will around here. But when you're dealing with somebody that has SAG at a young age, because simply they were exposed to it, right? And this happens, right? With learned behavior. Um, doesn't fully give an excuse, but at the same time, after you get a certain age, you take accountability. At a certain age, you not only learn that it was wrong, at a certain age, you knew to hide. And at a certain age, you know how to take accountability for it and address the situation, address the elephant in the room. Like, truly work on that healing and that forgiveness. But everybody's not willing. 1 1 1 1 2 2 on the clock. Everybody is not ready to heal at the same time, but it's like a jolt and it pisses their demons off. How my demons look. My demons is looking like I want to heal my demons and I'm tired of these motherfuckers ruining my life. And that's where I was at with it. You know what I'm saying? When you start exposing people, you tired of them demons, you feel me? You feel the heaviness, you feel the weight, you feel the burden. But when you expose somebody else's demons, that's when they feel hurt. That's when they feel fucking shame. But they want to hurt you for it. If they want to hurt you on something like that, and it's like, why? Understood that she weren't ready to heal, but I had to heal, and this is how I had to get it out necessarily. It is true. Like, that's the reason why I'm on the mission that I'm on right now, was simply because of so-called family. Me being exposed to their demons and them creating demons within me. Hands up. I gotta confess. Like, what the fuck? This shit is too burdensome for me. It is affecting my personal life. It's affecting my personal suppression. Is depression. You know, I don't want to feel like this the rest of my life. Nor should I be subjected to this in corporate. Nor should be subjected to this in school. Nor should be subjected to this in everyday life. But it seems to be that we fight these demons any and everywhere we go. To the point, damn near, we ain't safe in our own fucking house either way. Or in our dreams. Our other realms of reality, actually. You know? So, don't give up that fight. You fighting that fight that fight. No matter what people may say, no matter what they try to make it look like, you just don't give up on you. Know that you can do it. And that's facts. We're all responsible for fighting our own demons. But when fighting our demons exposes other demons, and that's what they hate about the healing process. Understand, there's key facts to all of this. Why they want you to be scared. There's a demon and demons that need to be sifted out of our life and our genes. There's some that we just, with ours, need to come into balance with to help fight those, for others that want to fight those. And I want to say shout out to my newfound sisterhood. Y'all was on point, because I swear to God, I was just like, it just, the timing was too perfect. The timing was too perfect. And said, these motherfuckers is watching me. And then only that, it had tricked me out. Like I said, I had seen old boy car when I was first coming around to my new place. And I tried to find that motherfucker. My car was breaking down. I was like, oh, they probably knew each other. They probably linked up or whatever, and was continuing the trauma. But regardless of the fact, I'm like, I just know these motherfuckers ain't. But it's the same motherfucking demons in different bodies. This motherfucking lady at this fucking front office knew the goddamn man that had broke my doorbell and had stolen my barbecue pit. She told him she lied, made a false police report. Can't wait to sift through this bullshit because I'm not playing with nobody. And they're going to have to catch these spiritual hands. Because I know God already given it to them. I already know that because they didn't leave alone. When they came here for detriment, they left with even more detriment. That's the way the karma play out. And I like it that way. I like it that way. You feel me? My hands be clean. White is motherfucking snow, and that's the way I like it. We got to keep it that way. Okay? We got to face our demons, integrate with ours, and help people know that like they can deal with theirs. It's going to be okay. They don't have to self-unalive, and they can stay alive. They can find a way to stay alive if they just listen to their consciousness, the right one. And sometimes that wrong will be telling you the truth too. It's just the right type of integration, okay? Depends on how thick you get with yourself. So, thank y'all for being my sisters in arms. When the ones that I had was given is from the pits of hell. So, anyways, shout out to Kashawn. Girl, keep fighting the good fight. What was done, and keep fighting through it. Fight for you. Fight for your baby. You do what you gotta do. I see you. But yeah, I just like, I know these motherfuckers ain't taking that time and that fucking gas. They invested like that. Like damn. Hello, what's up, Gojo? Gojo. I'm like, they invested like that. I said, ain't no motherfucking way. I said, fuck this shit. I'm getting a goddamn security system. We gotta decipher and we gotta compartmentalize the bullshit. So security system, what's going on where, change the locks, what the fuck going on at my home, we gonna figure it out. Like Mr. Biggs, hell no. Somebody gonna pay how they weigh. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe, please. Thank you. So, it just is what it is. It be the same thing in different bodies. You just got to figure it out and address the situation how you need to. Protect yourself first and foremost. Don't let nobody trick you into believing motherfucking crazy. That's all I can say. The crazies is, look, go watch the movie The Crazies. Y'all understand? On a whole nother level. I tell you, funk. the face of the trouble. Warren G and Nate Dogg. We read memories. Choose from where rhythm is life in life. If you know like I know, you don't want to step to this. Hey, come down with the gangster to it. Hey, yeah, like every day. And if your ass is a buster, 213 will regulate. Somebody is fucking crying. I'm telling you, my nose don't ever do this unless somebody is fucking crying. Somebody is very emotional. I'm emotional, and I can't let go. I am trying to hold on to you. Though it hurts me so, gotta let you know that the love we once shared, you know, is through. Say goodbye to you. What's your love to do when it just can't take no more? What's it meant to do? My heart beats me to the door. Well, I tried again, but now this is the end. Tell me what's the use of holding on if we can't be friends? I'm emotional, and I can't let go. Look at this. I'm a water baby, so I can look at the shit all day. It's very interesting. I thought about it. I said, ooh, I got something for the chocolate Dubai candy, edible, glitter. And I was like, oh, let me put it in this water. Let me see what it do. Yeah. I was like, oh, yeah, that's cool as fuck. That's what's up. I'm interested. So, anyways, long rant. Here we go with the video.
Once they push us into toxicity, we lose pretty much our divine protection. And they know we're divinely protected because they can tell it's all about the bloodlines. They know who comes from a good bloodline. And most of these people that are doing this, they come from a bad bloodline. And you can tell, you can see people in public that are like this. You see good people with bad people, and you can see that they're bad people, and you're wondering, why is he with her? You can tell that she's not even a good person. You can just feel the energy. Or why is she with him? You can tell he's not a good person. You can feel the energy. I just don't understand, because when he or she met that person pretended to be full of love, and now they feel like they're locked into their relationship, and they're trying to do everything they can to make it work, thinking that they can love that person enough and they will change. No, you can't love them enough. They are there to corrupt. So once they corrupt us and we lose our divine protection, now we're operating on a lower level. We're going around mad. We're arguing with the cashier. We're driving around with road rage. That's what they want. That's what the spiritual warfare, the demonic people or the demonic spirits, that's what they feed off of. So now we're in this relationship, and we can die like this in this relationship. Now we've another curse. So now we've added probably several curses to the generation, that somebody that's born is going to have to break the generational curse. That's why it's not good to stay with these people and let them break us down to the lowest level. And now we're not operating out of love, and we're not
our love and our kindness. We're operating in ego, survival, and fucking detriment. And demolishment. Working in the most low vibrational state that we could possibly be working in. When we get with somebody that we are contending with in our fucking ego, you cannot compete where you don't compare. And if somebody puts you in an awareness of competing, they don't deserve you. Just period. 3 seems to be the magic number. Mind, body, soul. That's Anita Baker.
spread knowledge about love, and we're letting them corrupt our mind. That's not a good thing. So once we see that these people are evil, it's best to go ahead and get away from these people. So now the cycle be repeated. If we hadn't healed and we get with another person, then we're corrupting their good bloodline. And when these people move on, they go on to another person that's full of love so they can corrupt him or her. And then it becomes like a vicious cycle, and that's how it spreads. That's how spiritual warfare works.
Do I need to?
That's how spiritual warfare works. They have tainted the bloodline. Tainted the bloodline. Bloodline, I know you lie. hear that that sacral chakra. See, I'm going from the root, from the brown chakra to the red chakra to the orange chakra. You gotta come on up. So the solar chakra can see that it can shine bright. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Bright life, beautiful sea. I choose to be happy. Will never die. Like diamonds in the sky. A shooting star I see. A vision of ecstasy. You hold me alive. Like diamonds in the sky. I knew we'd become one right away. Oh, right away. I feel energy of surrender. I saw life inside you, so shine bright. I saw the life inside of you. I saw the light inside of you. So shine bright tonight, you and I. Beautiful like diamonds in the sky. I go high, the one night. Beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright. Beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Oh, 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 oh. Beautiful like diamonds in the sky. I choose to be happy.
If you can see above, if you can see all the interconnectedness and what she's explaining within your reality, within the matrix, within the government, within everything that you see around you, you can observe what's going on around you and why you see that everybody feels empty, but they're still having to participate in it because they don't know how to get out. They don't know how to love their own source and find that and break the game. You can see that this is a vibrational containment field where your divine consciousness forgets that it has its wings, forgets its own power, its own source. So you continue to stay in this relationship that you know, hoping that you will receive love from all the time, effort, and energy you have given to it. Now you see that you have a desire, a feeling, a version of you that is knocking on dimensional walls trying to get you to understand and see that I'm here, I exist. Now I want you to watch this to give you a perspective of what is happening around you in your own reality, in your own life, as to why you are in this feeling and in this moment of expression.
If you ever seen Insidious, you might like this video. But if you've seen all the movies, you remember, and I think it's the fourth one or the third one, I'm pretty sure it's the fourth one, where Dalton is in the further and he goes to, and he's trapped in the further and he goes to knock on his door. And it takes us back to the first movie when they first move in that crib and they hearing weird noises. And it's showing us that the weird noises that they were hearing was him being trapped in the further, knocking on the door. From Interstellar, I'm not the biggest fan of Interstellar, but you remember when he's trapped behind the fifth dimension and he's pushing books, knocking books out the walls to get his daughter's attention because it's kind of all happening like at the same time, if that makes sense. And that just had me thinking, like, what if when you hear a noise or you hear something or you think you see something, that's really just you, a different dimension or a different timeline trying to get your attention for some reason.
And I've talked about that too. Like, another way of coming out of the box, going into your healing, a perspective of thinking of this is, what would your higher self come back and guide you and tell you? What would your higher self do to guide you? And that's how I think about this shit all the time. What is my higher self going to show me? What does my higher self want to guide me to? What do I need to do to serve my higher self? Not so much serve my higher self, but to be my higher self, to be, of a higher vibration, to do what I need to do. What would that look like for me? What clues, what ideas, what come from my higher self as opposed to what I have been taught this matrix is, and how I need to move forward from here to do better, to be better, to get better, to do the unthinkable of what they say is impossible for me. What would that look like for you? Think of it like that.
Just randomly thinking about that for some reason.
The version of you that you currently desire, the person who is in freedom, the person who is out of the simulation that you are living in currently.
And see, people don't understand. It's not you, it's me. And it's like, it's easier to say that, but on God, on my higher self, people don't understand. I can see a spiritual battle coming before anything else. And people be wanting to be my life as a fucking distraction. I can't get through the fucking spiritual fight because you want a lower FICO score. Well, technically, that's how you would ultimately depict it as in the physical. A low FICO score, right? But you want a lower frequency, and you worried about sex. You worried about the red chakra. You worried about the orange chakra. You worried about boosting your ego, which is the that dark yellow, not the bright yellow of the solar plexus. You know what I mean? There's dualities to your chakras. There is that dark brown looking red, that uncleanliness. You know what I'm saying? That chakra needs to be cleaned out, and then like orange, it would be more so brown. You know what I'm saying? That, you feel me? It would just be a muddy, dark down color of what your chakra should be. You coming to me with your chakras all fucked up, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna happen. What needs to happen is, it's not you, it's me, like for real. If I had old boy that wanted to get with me, blowing my goddamn phone up, you know what I'm saying, coming over here in the midst of me going through shit of what I'm experiencing around me, it's gonna look crazy. And at the same time, nigga, you're a whole distraction. You are not helping me in this situation. Throwing my chakras off, throwing my physicality off, and you still have a tie. You living with your baby mama and fucking her, and you're jacking off the porn, and you just got all kinds of shit going on that I don't even entertain. We polar opposites. I cannot function on a level with somebody like that. This shit right here, I ain't gonna lie. I was like, I'm gonna fucking hurt somebody. And I'm trying not to, because I got goals I'm trying to reach that requires me not to do so. So you have to stay in your light body, mind, and functioning around dysfunctional ass motherfuckers. And you have to turn off and turn down people that will be distractions to you. And sometimes that's harder said than done, but it's very much so easy. And if men are very much so that insecure, you need to think about how, and even if it can go for a man, a woman, you need to think about how that man understands his worth, and he may be going through spiritual attacks. You feel me? People that are in a higher alignment are way more sensitive to the energies going on around them. They really don't like distractions. They peace and they calm comes when they is to they self. And that's what my counselor was like, when do you have peace? What? When I'm by myself. When I am, deciphering and playing the Da Vinci Code in my head. Okay, I need to move this right here so I can figure this out right here. And then I'll move this a little bit over right here. And then I'm going to listen out for here too, because I see something over here. But my spiritual mind is showing me something else. Let me figure it out. It's so much going on in people that are highly intuitive and sensitive to everything that's going on around them. And that's why I try to explain to y'all. My psychic abilities they're fucking wild. They extend beyond this reality. they are universal. Very much so, universal. It goes past America, where I'm at right now, the United States. It goes all the way. It goes in the waters, through the fuck. It goes through China, Africa, Russia, wherever the fuck. It goes. And for somebody that does not realize and understand the alignment and how my responsibilities and my spiritual gift goes, I have to be very mindful of what I do in my life on a day-to-day basis in order for me to reach and accomplish my goals, because yeah, just like everybody else, I don't want to lose my shit, man. I don't going the fuck off on people. It's hard enough doing what I do in the peace that I have. No, absolutely not. So, ooh, this one's going the odd. Ooh, and I put it in the ooh, boy, look, I'm about to trip the hell out. People play too damn much. I know that. I know that much. Oh, I don't think it's gonna charge. Okay, let's try to get through this video.
It's in your face, in your reality, in your space, contacting you, your energy that is tethered. You don't desire things for no reason. You didn't desire.
It's like I have the innate ability to just want to listen to my higher self and not entertain shit. Because other shit just, it irritates me. And I be like, no, I'm good. And people don't understand. I'm like, all right, well, maybe your intention is not good.
Never
So.
to wake up unless
It is
you
what it
already
is.
figured out and mastered how to get out of it, how to ascend beyond this. This video right here is a boat that is sailing through the river, through the lake to get to the other side of where you want to be, why everything is happening. So if you're still here in the video, now we're going to get to the point of conscious mastery. Above all this, you have no identity. You have no, you are
Limitless.
beyond and above this. Everything that's happening on this planet, everything that's happening in your reality, you are above, untouched. You are the source. There is nothing that is touching you. But you here, as this vessel that you are in, experiencing these emotions, now we're going to understand why we chose to be a vessel here, and why we are no longer holding the codes and the entrapments and the stagnation that has been running in this realm for a long time.
If you're not into spirituality, if you're not into the Matrix, if you're not into all of that stuff, like fractals, this isn't for you, please scroll. This is legitimately a fear. I will figure it out one day. But I believe that we are disconnected from our highest selves in this reality, that this matrix exists, that the mind is essentially your Bluetooth connection to the simulation, all out of safety for all of us. Hear me out. Imagine you were born into this lifetime, not remembering that you were a creator, but still attached to all of your gifts, meaning you don't remember the spiritual laws. You don't remember that if you do something bad, it's going to come back to you. You don't remember anything about energy. You don't remember any of that. But if you were connected to your gifts, would this world not be Gotham City? Because if this world, this simulation is based in duality, you can't have it without the dark. That means we would be acting out of our shadows with magic, not understanding why it is bad, which is dangerous. So this system was put into place so people could come here and as safe as possible, spiritually I'm saying, as safe as possible, learn the lessons.
That's why I was like, don't come over here with that bullshit. Don't come at me with no bullshit. I'm telling you, nigga, I might not fight back, but my angels do, like, scubble up. Scubble up. They gonna hide the Bible and beat your ass while God watch.
And then being protected collectively from ourselves until mentally our brain monitor has allowed us to tap back into the powers that we all naturally have. However, the higher ups who know more about the system use it in a negative way to keep people from understanding their full potential. But this system was always created for protection.
attraction. So with the last video, there's a perspective of the simulation was created to protect you, but the ones who are disagreeable have used that against you, have inverted the simulation to feed them instead of feeding your expansion, your growth, for example.
So the truth is,
Your
we live in a
oversoul.
parallel universe, which basically means that there's multiple different versions of the world, but we only see one at a time. This has been shown time and time again by scientists through experiments such as Schrodinger's cat. Parallel universe is just a fancy way to say a world that coexists with our world, but is very different from it. One of my religious folk that aren't too shabby with science religion talks about this too. The variation of Earth from a religious sense would be heaven or hell, or the spiritual realm. The spiritual realm doesn't only exist when we pass away. It exists all the time right now. It is parallel to us. It is current, simultaneous, and always accessible through practices such as meditation and prayer. So why is this important? Why does knowing about parallel universes matter? And what does it have to do with manifestation? Let me tell you why. The thing about having parallel universes means that if there's a parallel universe, there are parallel versions of you as well. Yes, you are operating in this realm, but also operating in other realms simultaneously. I'm literally getting chills. There are different levels of you operating at higher levels of consciousness, while others are operating at lower levels of consciousness, but they are all accessible. This is where quantum jumping comes in. Quantum jumping is pretty much changing your reality by jumping parallels or levels of consciousness. Basically, there's a better version of you, but there's also a lesser version of you. And with every decision that you make, you become more like one or the other.
When you understand a certain level, they know how the game works. They cannot affect you. You're let out of the game. In that sense, you're never let out of the game completely, which I'll explain that as well. But there's a point there because this is all based on consciousness. This is all based on frequencies. This is all based on vibration, the vibration of your consciousness. There's a measurement here. We're dealing with electromagnetic energy. And what that means. I call these the investigators. And the reason why I call them the investigators is because they check you out. They check out how you work, how your body works, how your brain works, how your mind works. This is how all the mind control happens. Because anybody who is just so out of touch, it just be really easy for mind control to occur. That's why I'm saying you've got to get off the programs. You've got to examine your life and see where you are. Is it just fear that I'm engaging in? Is it just a bunch of programs? Because I don't care what anybody said, there is a great science at work. If you want freedom, freedom is only going to come from in here. There's nothing out there. That's the illusion. It's only going to come from within. Regardless of what it is, we talk about the government, we talk about corporations, all of those systems are the game and they exist to limit you and to make you think that they are all powerful and that they can...
And that you are limited, not limitless.
Hold you down. And they do when you engage in it, which we're going to talk about. All those who manipulate this unseen mechanism of society constitute an invisible government, which is the true ruling power of our country. The subconscious. And this is where you get people who recognize the zombies and the vampires who have succumbed to the environment, the simulation, and they continue to stay in it, and they want you to stay in it as well. And we're going to get into family members.
There's a specific reason why your life has been repeating the same patterns for years. You were born with access to the fifth dimension, but you were programmed to operate only in the third. That toxic person, the relationship that always ends the same way, the illness that appears out of nowhere. They're all mirrors showing what you hide within yourself. Vedic texts, the Kabbalah, and the Gnostic Gospels, which were suppressed at Nag Hammadi, all describe this technology of consciousness that initiatory orders have used for centuries. At the same time, you were taught that you're a victim of circumstances. Godard was marginalized for revealing that. Beyond being able to use imagination and feeling to create reality, there exists a deeper awakening where you discover that you are the creative consciousness itself, experiencing itself as human. Each person in your experience is literally yourself who has forgotten who you really are, projected outward. The educational system was architected to block this perception. But the programming is failing. The strange physical symptoms, the impossible synchronicities, and the prophetic dreams. Your body is recalibrating to process frequencies that have always been available. You've always created your reality. The only change now is being able to do it consciously.
So if you caught that, you'll realize that the matrix is not broken. It's responding to your script. And even though coming here, that script can be manipulated and changed and messed up, and you get swayed off of your actual blueprint and the path that you set in your script for your life to go. Your consciousness might get stuck in a pocket dimension where you're just experiencing and running on a hamster wheel in the same loop, and you're just trying to figure out, how did I get here? You know how there's a saying that says, your perception of me is a reflection of you. My reaction to you is an awareness of me. Because everybody is in their own simulation. Everybody's in their own reality, in their own universe. And we collectively share this space.
The law of correspondence says that whatever's happening in your universe is a direct reflection of what's happening inside of you. Notice how I said what happens in your universe. Because although we all live in one world, what we see is not the same. We see the world how we are. We see the world through the lens of the thing. If you guys haven't noticed by now, life is an energy game. We all have attraction points. Our aura, who we are deep down, is our attraction point.
We are separate universes that exist alongside each other and give each other reflections and energy that we need in order to expand and understand ourselves more. And this is where we're touching on the subject of family, of people who are in your immediate reality and understanding the part that they play in your expansion and their expansion.
Believe it or not, even when they enter into our life, our higher self signed a contract for them to be able to do so. Let me paint it like this. Even that one boyfriend or girlfriend that took you through hell and back that you could not stand, your highest self signed a contract to allow them to come into your life to teach you something. Now, what that lesson is, only you may know, right? And the same thing for them. Maybe in this lifetime, they needed to learn how to pay for their mistakes, or, they needed to learn how to treat people this way or that way. Who knows? But what I do know is that the two of you agreed on this contract well before they played a role into your life. This may piss you off even more, but wait till you find out that we are all a part of the same collective consciousness. That's what people mean by everybody you meet is just an extension of yourself. But I digress. The people that you meet, you have signed a contract with them, especially if they play, this type of role where they have left an imprint on you.
Now, that family member, that person, that relationship, that friendship, all in your immediate reality in exchange to be a mirror. And this is the key, because your immediate reality is how you turn your captivity into conscious mastery. This is where we're getting into family members and understanding what part they play in your simulation, your emotions, and your conscious mastery.
One of the heaviest crossroads a conscious person ever gonna have to face is what to do with their loved ones that clearly choose to stay in the matrix. Right? Now, do we keep trying to help them, or do we leave them where they at? I don't want to leave nothing out, so I'm gonna take it step by step. Okay. So the first thing I want to talk about is the 3D realm, right? The low vibrational realm, the survival mode realm. Now the 3D realm is where ego, fear, materialism, identity, status, control, right? This is where all of that still thrives. This is where people still chase clout, money, validation, right? Still locked in anger, right? A lot of distractions, okay? They also have no accountability for their actions. Now, believe it or not, most people are still stuck here, right? And that's only because they've been programmed and broken down by design. Okay, so now let's talk about the 4D realm, right? The awakening zone, or the transitional layer, right? Now, I call it the transitional layer because this is where people start to wake up, right? Right? But they still fighting old battles, right? With ego, illusion, and pain from the past. Now, the 4D realm kind of feel like you know there's something wrong with the world, right? You know it, but you just don't fully understand it yet. You're being torn between your higher self and your lower self, right? You also get spiritual downloads, but you still acting out sometimes out of survival. This is where you begin to question reality, right? But at the same time, you struggle to leave the old reality behind. Now, this is a hella dangerous place to get stuck in, right? Because a lot of people think that they made it just because they awakened, right? But they still haven't ascended yet. And now we can move on to the 5D realm, okay? Now, this is where unity, love, and truth lives. Now, in the 5D realm, love overrides fear, okay? Unity overrides separation. You are no longer performing or pleasing, right? And now you start to move with intuition, not just intellect. You don't chase no more either. What you do is you attract what matches your frequency. Now the 5D don't argue with the 3D, okay? You don't try to convince people no more. You become the proof and you keep your peace, right? Now that's the only way that you can guide without draining. So now we move on to what about the ones that we love that is still in 3D?
Fuck them.
Right there, man, that's a spiritual heartbreak. When you love somebody deep as hell and they refuse to wake up.
Yeah.
Now, it's very important that you understand this part right here, okay? You can't drag nobody into the light. If they not ready to see, you're going to burn yourself trying to get them to. They got to want it on their own. If not in this lifetime, then in the next. And when they get to that point, right, don't think that you're abandoning them because you're not.
Yeah. And by burn out your light, transition, that can mean a lot of different things. Sometimes it can cost you yours. So a lot of times we have to just be willing and able to leave them behind, no matter what it may look like, and be the example of what needs to exist. I tell you all the time, I was fucking furious and crying to God, like, I gotta move again. I gotta move again. I gotta move again. I was like, I'm reflecting, talking about being dangerous, right? In between worlds, the spiritual and the physical, right? I'm like, I'm gonna get in trouble. By law, it says da 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 da. How they gonna look at me? What the fuck? You feel me? All kind of shit went through my mind. I don't wanna go. I did not want to go. I did not want to leave my babies. I was like, why? I was like, no, God, why? That shit hurt. It really did hurt me. I cried, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna trust you. And I did, and it worked out. It was trying, yes. It's not gonna be easy. You're gonna have your lessons. You're gonna have your blessings along the way. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna be a lesson and blessing to others as well. But the thing is, letting your conscience be your guide. Because if we keep listening to other people's oversouls that are not connected to their higher selves, we will fucking utterly fail. And it utterly fail yourself is ultimately fail your mission. I didn't want to fail my mission, and I was like, I had to walk by faith and not by sight. Ultimately, and now my counselor sees that as well. Everything I said was gonna happen. By golly.
You just refuse to get pulled back into a dimension that you fought hard as hell to get yourself out of. You remember that old saying, let the dead bury the dead? Okay, well, that's a spiritual truth, right? Because you're not here to save them. You couldn't anyway, even if you tried, right? You're here to be an example, right? So when they finally choose to wake up, they'll remember that you showed them how. Now, you can stay in proximity of them, right? Or close to them, right? But don't forget to protect your peace. What I mean by that is, if you can be around them, right? And still stay centered, do it. But if not, distance is divine. Sometimes you gotta love from afar. You know, now you can send energy or prayer or however you want to do it, right? Just don't sacrifice your vibration.
And let me tell you, if motherfuckers is trying to unalive you, the only thing you can do is send energy, love, and protection to your children. Honestly, that's what the only thing I would do. And then sometimes you may be going through tumultuous situations to where you only have the self-preservation. So it can go through spurts, different levels, different times, depending on what your healing and temple path will lead you through. And yeah, just take that with a grain of salt. Because in my situation, fuck them people.
For somebody that don't even know that they're asleep, helping or trying to help somebody too much, right, can put yourself in a trap. Right?
Exactly.
And what I mean by that is sometimes we disguise ego as love, right? We'll say some shit like, you know, I just want to help them, right? But deep down, right, we just don't want to be alone, right? We don't want to lose them. And if you ask me, right, subconsciously, we want to be the one that saved them, right? And that's ego talking. And 5D don't move off ego. So the solution to that is you got to lead by frequency and not force, right? You got to stay elevated even when they stay stuck. And if they ever come looking for the light, you will still be there shining.
Clover.
So to answer the question, right, the $1 million question, do we leave them behind? No. What we do is we stop waiting for them to catch up while we still move forward. If they are real, right, they gonna feel your vibration and they gonna rise to meet you one day. But if not, you still did your part.
Now, if you are still here, the dedication for your own conscious expansion, round of applause, because you're still here with me. But I have this last video that I want to show you in contrast to the family thing and also your relationship to your reality.
In the Matrix, Morpheus tells Neo, anyone who is not unplugged is a threat to him. So basically, anyone who is still programmed into the Matrix is a threat to him as a conscious being. It doesn't mean that these people are malicious, but these people are programmed by a system, which means that they can be
hijacked. By default, they can put you in harm's way. So being secretive and holding information, a lot of the time when you making moves, can be very fucking detrimental to the outcome. Because you know what I'm saying? These spirits move in bodies. And a lot of these people that are subjugated to a certain system of being, right? This religious value, that hierophant in the reverse, that wanting a toxic control is very much so unwarranted and unneeded, to the point where, you know what I mean, it can put a barrier to your goal, but it can't stop you. But you like, oh, God damn it, I knew I shouldn't, but, you know what I'm saying? I should have kept my mouth closed, you know what I'm saying? You ever said that? I shouldn't have told so-and-so because I didn't know so-and-so was going to be deceptive and slip up. Probably not on purpose, but on accident, just by running their mouth. I didn't know so-and-so was going to take this action purposely and tell or do what's a whoop-de-whoop just to hinder my path and what goals I'm trying to accomplish. Perfect example. I didn't know whoop-de-whoop was going to try to unalive me for some money and just to not pay child support, the whoop-de-whoops on top of that. What? Huh? What do you mean? So there's different variables of what to do and what not to do, because there's so many things that get, be going on in the background. And like I told y'all, life insurance is a big thing for me. Nobody will ever get to fucking put that shit on me, on my soul. They won't. of my soul, nobody would ever in life be able to put no life insurance on me. Facts. On my children. None of that shit. We ain't subscribing to none of that fucking shit, so I don't know what to tell them.
Hijacked. They can be used against you on your path of liberation. They become unconscious enemies because you are resisting the program that they operate in. You are resisting.
They become a Smith. That's how I look at fucking people. It's very so accurate. Same soul, same soul, different fucking body. This a masculine energy in a different body, a toxic motherfucker, unworthy motherfucker, a toxic feminine energy in another motherfucker. Like, and you like, damn, didn't I just vanquish you, bitch? There's still a whole lot of vanquishing to do. And that's why it's important to raise your vibration as a whole, simply because then you can't be occupied by certain low vibrational energies by not participating in certain low vibrational things. And a lot of times, if you keep your vibration at the same frequency, doing the same things, going around the same people, and shit like that, you have to detach from those so you can start to have better and clearer discernment. Like we said, this discernment is going to have to become crystal clear. And I'm telling you, on a spiritual level, y'all going to understand how just spiritual this shit is. How many Mr. Smiths you really got around you. Simply to navigate your basic everyday life. It is essential and crucial to the way of what we're trying to get to. Because a lot of these demons being exposed, like I said, would you rather be around an animal and know why they want to attack you and what's going on? If they see you out in the wilderness, they territorial or they hungry or whatever, or would you rather be around a rabbit ass person that's just gonna nut up on you or do some old sneaky sly shit just to fucking set you up? Which one would you rather be around? Would you want to be around a person that's susceptible to turning into a zombie on your ass? Like, bro, I've been seeing a lot of zombie activity, and I don't just believe it. Well, there was some person earlier this year that was in Vegas that just started chomping on a human. Earlier this year, before that, no, was it before or after? One or the other. Aliens landing in fucking Vegas, where a human was chomping down on another human. So y'all gonna have the level of discernment which y'all gonna have to become not only just aware of yourself, so you're not susceptible, and you can use this discernment to stay from around people, but not be subjected to becoming the vibration itself. Cleanse your body, cleanse the blood, heal the body and heal the mind, heal the soul, heal the spirit, connect all and you'll be good.
The program that they are conditioned to. They looking at you like, you think you're bigger than the program? From their perspective, all they know is what they were told. All they know is what they were taught. They are conditioned to defend the system. So now you, this conscious free being, you become a threat to their egos. And that's where they begin to want to humble you. Because they saying, who the f*** you think you are? I don't know that. Just shut the fuck up and do what we were told to do. Go to work, go to Target, go to Walmart, get recipes and ingredients, make videos, cook it, get likes, go to sleep, get up, do the same thing over and over again. You don't want to do that. You don't want to gossip. You don't want to be messy. You don't want to be always in a low vibrational mindset. Who the fuck you think you are? That's when they become a threat. Unconscious enemies. Be very mindful, conscious beings, who you allow into your energy.
And who you entertain.
Because they're very sneaky. They come come as distractions. They come with smiles on their faces. They come in form of support and help. But they're really there to distract you off of your path. Stay focused. Y'all better focus. Y'all better focus.
So I did my best to try to find the most simplest explanations that cumulatively connect into us getting to the other side of the lake. Hopefully, as you journeyed with me through this video, through this lake, through this rabbit hole, something has clicked, something has been reminded in your own self. If you made it this far, I want to say thank you for watching and being here with me. Just know that you are not alone in what you are feeling, what you are experiencing, what you are going through, because everybody that is collectively connected on a specific radio frequency that is understanding and seeing what's happening around them in their reality. I'm here with you. We just rode on a boat across the river to understand what's going on. So let every day be an opportunity to master the programs that you have created in today's simulation, today's reality, today's programming that is going to run. Choose what feels right to you, and just know that I love you, and we all here, okay? Like, for real, that part, like, we're all here. I'll see you on the next video.
So I'm gonna put up her channel one more again. Go check out her channel. Oh, I can't see it from my side. Let me see. Go check out her channel. It's spelled REAL, no space, KIYA. And go check out Mama T channel as well. What percentage are we sitting at? Because last time I killed my battery, just sitting here talking to y'all. I was like, what? It said 10%. I was like, damn. I was like, for real? Shit, oh really? That's how you feel? Injustice. Cool beans. So I'm gonna come back a little later and we're gonna do a tarot card reading because that's what I was supposed to do last night. But I did want to get this video out. Oh, it do show me live. They just showed me like is a still picture. So what the fuck ever, y'all? Like, this shit crazy. So anyways, we gonna come back later. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button. We gonna come back later and I'm gonna do a tarot reading, y'all. I'm catching up. I was tired. Oh, that got 82 views. That's what's up. Thank you. I wanna say thank you. Thank you for all that you've done. Shit. Creation is your liquid gold. Oh my God, my throat. Always show when they watching that way too. Okay, this was good. I sure do. Thank you, because at first they was not showing that shit. So what the hell? What the? What's the animal? Okay. Ooh, get some more of this water. I was supposed to. Oh. Once again, well, we're gonna end it like this. We're gonna end it like this. We're gonna end it like Wait.
That's why I cannot confide in you. Looking within, find sanctuary in my solitude. Now I got the juice, passion fruit and guava juice. Guava juice, mango juice and guava juice. Yeah, yeah. Problem, yeah, that's just not my problem. No, my problem. No, that's just not my problem. Yeah, it's like a shit. Bitches talking shit is my problem. Talking shit. Not my problem. That's my problem. My problem. That's not my problem. My problem. That's my problem. My problem. That's not my problem. When it goes around, it goes up and down, round and round. My problem. When it goes around, it goes up and down, round and round. My problem. When you're talking shit, it goes up and down.
Oh shit. We ain't been over fucking hour. See, that's what I get when I get to dance and this shit. The music. I was not trying to do over a minute. Was it over a minute? No, it wasn't. It was right at a minute. I think, yeah, it should have been right at a minute. Damn. Yeah, it was right at a minute. Yeah, it was right at a minute. Get the feeling that music though. Okay, I'll catch y'all later. Be great. Never give up. Give yourself and your children and people be the example of words of affirmations. It's not always going to be easy, but we going through it collectively right now, fighting against this fucking system. Do not. People that are getting food stamps out here wilding out, stealing these stores, do not participate in these how I want to say, in violence. Don't participate in violence. Let's get the word out, get the consciousness aware. Let's fight that way. You know what I'm saying? Keep your hands clean. Okay? Be great. Be well. Never give up because you are the shit. Understand? Give yourself words of affirmation. Never forget that you are worth it. You are worth it.